Hey, what's up guys? Sippin here, ready to play another game of Civilization 6. Welcome back to the adventure. I just want to say how grateful I am to every single one of my subscribers, every returning viewers. If you want to support this channel, please hit that like button and leave a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this one, hit subscribe. Today we are playing as Cyrus of Persia. We're going to play on DD difficulty starting in the Ancient Era, game speed standard, 15 city-states, disaster intensity 3 on a primordial map size standard. We have random resources. We're going to play with random world age, standard start location, random temperature, random rainfall, and standard sea level. And for games mode, we're going to play with the Barbarians clans, secret societies, and the Sukritact Oceans mod. Let's get into it. Do the mods make the game better? If you're talking about the mod, like you're talking about like the Sukritact Oceans mod, I believe it makes the game better. For example, I mean, we're looking at the start location. You can see all this like kelp forest here. This is part of the Sukritact Oceans mod. Now, mods are totally free, so that's one thing that's really cool about them. As well, you have certain mods that make screens like a little bit better, like this. This is like a really cool, this is like the better report screen, so it makes everything kind of more organized. As well, what else can I show you at this minute? I don't have any trade routes, so I can't really show you anything yet, but I have like a trade route mod. I have a spy mod. I have a, so it really makes things, it organizes the game a lot better. So the Sukritact Oceans mod is like the only mod that I play with that changes the game. It adds luxury resources. It adds the kelp forest, so on and so forth. And then all my other mods are just UI mods. So they just change the way the game looks and organizes it in a way that's more useful. So I think that mods do make the game better. Absolutely, no doubt. Okay, so let's analyze the start location. Obviously, coastal start. Tons of hills. There is a potential for, well, I don't know if I'm going to go for the river valley because I don't know what kind of a wind condition I'm going to go for. But if I was going to go for the river valley, this would be a fantastic start for that because there are so many hills, which would mean I'd want to save one of these two tiles for the river valley and have a potential industrial zone. But looking at this start location, I am thinking probably going to settle on the coast since I do want to go Owls of Minerva. So if I settled in place, which is probably the way that I should go, on the river, I could put a harbor here. I could put a potential commercial hub. Now, if I go in this direction, put the commercial hub in the harbor, then there's no room for a mausoleum because the mausoleum has to be right next to the harbor. Gotcha. I recently purchased the Platinum Civ 6. And newer to strategy games, but been watching this for a while. Oh, right on. Yeah, I think mods are like really, really fun. I think they make the game more fun. I think they, yeah, like I said, dude, it's free, right? Like you can go on Steam Workshop and you can just pretty much download, you can pretty much like just download any mod for free. You know what I mean? You just got to be careful. Like if you have too many mods, sometimes they don't interact well with each other and then they can make your game crash. But there's like certain mods that like a lot of people play with that I find, which is like what I play with. I play with a lot of these mods. They work really well together. You know what I mean? Now, if you're talking about game modes, which is like, it comes with like the New Frontier Pass, which is probably part of that Platinum package that you're talking about. As well, that also makes the game extremely fun because it kind of puts like a fantasy spin to Civ 6. So obviously like Civ 6 is like a more like history, like, you know what I mean? Kind of a game where, so it gives like a more of a fantasy spin to it, right? So right now I'm playing with secret societies. I mean, if you keep watching, you'll see that. And then, but then you can have like the Heroes and Legends mode where you can have like Hercules and Mulan and like different, heroes and stuff like that. So it's, you know, it's cool. Like, it's cool to have that option. It does take away from the original game, and it also makes the game a little bit easier, I find, like all the new games mode, but it's fun to play around with. But like when I want like a little bit of a challenge in a game, what I'll do is sometimes I'll just play straight up base game, no, you know, no whatever, no games mode. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying, modes, all of it, really fun. I've always enjoyed it, always enjoying it. So looking at this, so if I do this kind of setup, there is no room for a mausoleum, which is going to be a huge mistake, because if I do the search for what do I search for? I look for, I think, coast. Yeah. So I mean, this can be an insane mausoleum, like absolutely bonkers mausoleum, which almost makes me want to move my city like down a tile. But even this in this setup here, this would be a bonkers mausoleum. So you know what, I might have to sacrifice the commercial hub adjacency and just go Moz right on that tile. I know that it's not going to get blocked by strategic resource, and then I could place a commercial hub, you know, somewhere else in the city, not necessarily on the river. I can place it, you know, wherever else. But this is, I think, the better of the two setups. Yeah, I there's really nothing. Yeah, there's nothing better than this. I think the mausoleum in the city is going to be just bananas. So what I'm going to do is I am going to settle in place. I'm going to work the 2 food, 2 production tile immediately. I'm still going to put that mausoleum pin here so that I don't forget. And oh wow, didn't know that. Sounds pretty cool. I'm still in the process of getting easier the more I play. Yeah, totally. Totally. And I mean that's you know, that's part of the fun, right? Is that you can move up in difficulties and stuff like that, right? So so we're working the 2 food, 2 production tile to start out with. We're on the coast. I kind of thinking gearing towards picking up a scout. Lately I've been picking up a warrior and a slinger to open, but I think I'm going to pick up a scout because primordial maps primarily have more land. So I think we're going to be okay. For opening techs, I'm in no rush to get religion. I don't even know if I'm going to get a religion, but I might. I'm going to go ahead and grab animal husbandry so that it reveals the horse, and it can give us more information on the map. So it looks like we have a lot of hills, a lot of mountain ranges, so this might be more of a new world. We might have rolled new. There's definitely potential for a Petra city in the south. A lot of desert, so it looks like we're on a hot map. Oh yes, this is oh yeah, this is Paititi. This is Paititi for sure. It is. Here it is. So we boosted astrology right here. Excellent. Oh man, we got to settle that for sure. And I'm gonna send this scout to the north and see what I can find up there. I'm kind of thinking I almost want to pick up a builder and get this online almost immediately, but that's probably not the smart move. I'm going to grab a slinger. Let's grab the slinger. Okay, so we are on the bottom of the map. I can see the ice. So definitely the scout heading north is what we want to do. We found Cahokia. Do like Cahokia, and we were the first to meet them, which tells me there's no AIs down here, so this is perfect. So we're going to want to settle this lake for the fresh water, and definitely want to get as close to this Paititi as possible, probably like right here maybe. Like, that's a pretty sweet place to settle. Oh, yes. Okay, so we found Leventa. Perfect. We've unlocked the Owls of Minerva, which is the secret societies that we want to pick up. There's a lot of hills, not a lot of food. We're going to grab this tribal village.
I am fond of pigs.
There's animal husbandry. And I don't see horse. Oh, there is a horse tile right there, which makes me almost want to settle that. But you know what? We'll just put the pin there. We'll decide later on. So animal husbandry. Let's pick up mining. I am going to pick up the slinger, and then I want to pick up a settler, and then we might go for that religion. Speaking of religion, we just got to keep checking this great people screen just to make sure that nobody else is getting great profits, or just to make sure that we have an idea of who's going for great profits. We were the first to meet Leventa as well. And being the first to meet Leventa gives us an envoy with Leventa, and having that first envoy with Leventa gives us +1 faith in the capital. Similar with Cahokia. First one to meet Cahokia gave us an envoy. That one envoy is +2 gold in the capital. Okay, let's grab the tribal village. Free recon unit. Oh my god. That is bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers. Okay. So let's send this guy south. And it looks like we have a barb camp here. And they're selling galleys for 155 gold, which tells me that they are... that was a misclick, but whatever. Anyway, so that tells me that they're going to spam out galleys. So we got to be really careful about settling cities on the coast. It also tells me that there's a possibility they're going to start pumping out quadrarines. So I got to kill this thing as soon as possible. So there's Code of Laws. Let's plug in Discipline for the +5 combat strength against Barbarian clans. We don't need God King because we're making +1 faith because we met Leventa. So I think I'm going to plug in the Urban Planning for the +1 production. I could have picked up the... I could have picked up God King if I wanted to get that Pantheon a little bit sooner, but there's really no rush in it right now. Oh my god, look at the desert hills. Jesus. Okay, so Code of Laws, great. I'm not in danger, so I'm in no rush to grab a Gage, so I think I'm going to go foreign trade. And we're going to take a shot on the Spearman. I'll take another shot on the Spearman. So he pumped out a galley. That's fine. I'm going to heal for a turn. I'm going to hit him one more time. Gave me a promotion. A lot of desert. Jesus. Not a lot of woods as well, which tells me this might be a a dry map. Okay, we got a promotion on this guy, so we're going to grab Battle Cry. Send the scout over in this direction. He's coming down. Settler on the way out. Now, what direction do we want to settle? Well, we definitely want to settle this Paititi. I really don't like having to walk by this volcano. But it is what it is. Oh, nice. Another tribal village. Okay, let's clear this out. Let's murder it. If I could save a little bit of gold, I could pick up a galley, which would be nice, but I think we'll just murder it so it doesn't pump out a quadrarine. Start murdering some of our units. Boom. There's the Void Singers. Oh, you know what I just remembered? God damn it. Totally forgot. Let's appoint the Owls of Minerva. Plug in God King. Grab that little bit of extra faith, a little bit of extra gold.
When you find yourself,
There's mining. Man, there are no other AIs near me. There's Nagazagarmu. We were not the first to meet Nagazagarmu, which means there's another AI over here. Okay, so we picked up mining. Great, which means we're going to be able to place a quarry on this tile here. Not a bad idea to pick up astrology so that we can potentially pick up a religion. Nobody's actually going for great profit points yet. So I think we have time to pick up a religion. We have no other AIs near us right now, so we're not in any danger of dying. So we don't have to go for, we don't have to go into an early war. I'm going to disperse. We're going to disperse. There's a cultural city-state right here. And there's an incredible Petra here if I could pull it off, but there is no chops. And we're just going to continue to do a little bit of scouting here. Another shot. There's Gilgamesh. Actually, Gilgamesh is probably the best neighbor that we could have gotten because on turn 1, you could send him a delegation and you could declare friendship immediately. So, fantastic. We're going to want to pick up a builder here. Pick up this quarry, this marble, and sell it to him almost immediately so that we can start making gold per turn. So there's another barb camp, and it's another one of these 3-sail barb camps. So we got to be really careful. There's going to be quadrarines. There's going to be galleys, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to send this warrior over there to clear that out. Hopefully I can get a promotion on this guy when I kill. Not quite, but hopefully soon. Okay, we got a settler. Let's pick up that builder that we were just talking about. We got 7 turns until we pick up astrology anyway, so we need something to do. And they're selling galleys for 155 gold as well, which is not like the worst way to spend your money. Early galley, a little bit of era score, you know, use that galley for a little bit of exploration. Boom. Met our first or second AI. Hey, what's up guys? Just checking in to see how you're enjoying the video. If you like this video, please hit that like button and leave a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this one, hit subscribe. There she is. There's Christina. We don't quite have enough cash. If I can get a little bit of raw gold off you, buddy, just like a little bit, like if I give you 1 gold per turn, you give me 13. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just not going to send a delegation. It's not a good deal. We're going to grab early empire. Even though early empire is probably not the way to go this minute. Let's start. So right now my population's working this 1 food, 2 production, 1 culture, which is not a terrible tile, but I'd rather work the 2 food, 1 production so that we can grow. All right, here we go. Let's get this kill. Boom. Boosted archery as well. It's going to give us a promotion on him. This volcano has begun to be active, which is very unnerving. I really don't want that to kill me. Let's do a little bit of exploration. I want to find out what Sumeria looks like. pick up a garrison. I'm going to use this slinger to protect whatever cities that I put on the coast. So how am I going to settle this? Right? Like, how can I get the most cities on this little part of land here? I placed one on the horse. Not that I want to place one on the horse, but if I placed one where I had planned, I can 1, 2, 3. I can still put one on the tip. And then we could still put one right there. And then that's 3 cities around the Paititi, which is not bad. And then we could move into the south end. So I think I am going to settle that city for next. I really want to get the hell away from this volcano. So we found the capital, Sumeria's capital, which is all good. And we got a pantheon. Desert folklore, Jesus Christ, is still available. My God. This makes me really want to pick up a religion in this game now. I don't think there's anything better right now because we have so much desert and we can make like insane holy sites. There's also an argument for Ladies of the Reason Marsh. A lot of production. But it's hard to pass up desert folklore in a situation like this. And we're 2 turns away from picking up astrology. There's 1 AI going for a great profit. I watched Sparta last night. LMAO, like 300. If you're talking about 300, that's basically what I based my thumbnail off of. Yeah, you know what? I think desert folklore is the way to go, man. I mean, we have such sick desert. And I mean, desert's pretty much useless except if you have desert folklore. So yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think desert folklore is great. So we met Namadal. Yes, dude. Dude, that is awesome. Namadal is powerful. We were the first to meet Namadal as well, which is very strange because I just saw, what's her name? Christina over here. But not complaining. Very happy about it. Very happy about it. We got a builder. Let's place a quarry there. And we got 1 turn until we pick up astrology. So why don't we put a turn into a monument? No, let's put a turn into a settler. This city is not going to be the city that I'm pumping settlers out of, though, because it is on like the tip of the island. It's got to be a city down here, maybe even this city there. I mean, let's rethink this for 1 second. If I decided to settle on the horse, which I really don't want to do, but if I did, I can reach 2 chops. Okay, let's think about this. I place the Petra here. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mines that we can reach. 5, 6, 7, 8. And I feel like that's as good as you can do with chops in this city, unless I place it where the Petra pin is. And then I could reach those. So if I placed my city there and I have like my Petra here, let's think about this for a second. I can still reach these chops. I can reach 1, 2, 3. I can't reach that chop. So I get 3 chops if I settle here, and I get 2 chops if I settle there, but I get more hills. Now, does this change my city setup? So 1, 2, 3. I could move this technically up there, but then I lose a chop. Well, it doesn't even reach that anyway. So if I place that here, I could put 1 there. Technically, 1 here. And then I have 4 cities surrounding the PyTT. This city's not going to be very useful, except for when it gets this. So you know what? This actually might be the setup for me. If that is the setup, is this the city that I want to settle next? It's not a terrible city with the horse. So maybe that is the city I'm going to settle next. Yeah, let's do it.
A physician without a knowledge of astrology.
So there's astrology. Perfect. So now we can place down our holy sites. Now, do I want to get a holy site in this? Well, I definitely want to get a holy site in this city. I mean, this holy site is going to be absolutely bonkers insane. +6 holy site right there. Now, let's think about how we're going to do this. So if I'm going to place my Petra, say we place the Petra right here. We place my holy site. Oh, we got to place my holy site there. That's a no diggity, no doubt situation. We have a Pyrodesia here. I want to place potentially a theater square there. We could do another Pyrodesia, or we could do a Petra. Boom. And then we could do Pyrodesia here, and then these will have to be mines. Yep. No, I'm happy with it. So let's go holy site. Boom. +6 holy site. Pretty sick. Not gonna lie. I want to pick up sailing so that I can get this builder to put fishing boats on here. We could boost celestial navigation, maybe get some early harbors. I'm just gonna heal my guy up for a couple of turns. And yeah, I'll just continue to do some scouting. I could sell my marble, which I should. 6 gold per turn. Sounds good to me. I'm going to heal my guy up for a couple of turns. Now, I could place a holy site in the capital as well. Not a bad idea. It's really not a bad idea. I just don't have enough money, and I really don't want to crush this woods. So why don't we just focus on the settler for now? Yeah, let's focus on the settler. We'll just keep settling. I don't like the fact that we're working that tile. Let's do that. I could put a mine here. I got this planned out. This could be a mine. Extra production. I'll go for the early production. First mine, perfect. Increasing our production. We lost open borders with our boy over here, so why don't we get that back? And I don't have early empire boosted, so I got to keep in mind that I want to boost that. And we're going to want to head north when we do our scouting. I'm just going to clear the fog of war on the south end of whatever continent this is, and then we'll head north. He just attacked me. That's perfect. I can fortify to heal, or I can really hurt him. Let's do it. I kind of want to send this scout north. I want to clear this fog of war just so that I have an idea of what's going on. How are we doing for great profit points? There's only one other AI going for a great profit, so I think we're safe still, which is fine. I wouldn't mind actually sending this builder south. Get that horse online and gives us another resource. I'm going to heal my warrior for a turn, and then we'll clear this out. Ooh, there's quite a bit of mercury down here. So picking up shipbuilding is going to be on a priority as well so that we can actually settle some of this land over here. There's very little desert down here, over here, on the across the water. Ooh, the Cliffs of Dover. Right on. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I should have switched off of this. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Okay. I think we snuck one on. Perfect. We did sneak one on. We should be able to boost that once we pick up these horses.
Vessels large may venture more, but little boats should keep near shore.
Yeah, 300. I just realized that as well. You just had to say it. Then we will fight in the dark. LOL. Need a lot of arrows. Yeah. Okay, let's clear this out. Boom. Boosted bronze working. Looks like we have a little bit of land up here. And there are galleys up here, so we got to be very aware of this. I'm going to want to pick up archery, actually. I'm going to work on archery so that I can upgrade this guy into an archer. Then when I settle my other city down here, I'm going to walk that settler down, probably settle a coastal city. I'm going to put that archer in there and defend against those galleys. Let's clear that out. 10 XP. Okay, we've cleared out the fog of war down here. Let's head north. I'm going to clear the fog of war out down up here. Here's our settler. We could settle another city up north, but we don't have any defenses, so I'm just going to walk the settler down to settle the Paititi because there's just so much benefit in that. All this extra culture, all this extra gold just goes really, really well. And we boosted craftsmanship as well, which is really, really nice. Not a bad idea to start thinking as well about picking up pottery so that we can pick up granaries for extra housing on some of our coastal cities. But we did settle our first two cities on fresh water, so we're fine. Do I want to get a holy site? There's only one other AI going for a religion right now, so there's not like a huge rush in picking up a holy site. I think picking up a trader is going to be really important. We can start taking suzerainty of, you know, some of these guys, getting some extra envoys and stuff. Ooh, getting suzerainty of Namidal would be just like bonkers insane. What are the missions? There's only one mission left, and it's train a heavy chariot, which is, you know, doable. I don't usually go for heavy chariots, though. Oh, yeah. I see what's going on here. We got to be aware of that as well. Like, we have to remember that these guys, they're going to have boats. They're going to want to, you know, there's a really good chance that Christina's going to want to kill us. And her combat strength is ridiculous. So, yeah. Definitely don't want to overlook that situation. What are envoys? Pardon me. What are envoys exactly? So envoys are like envoys. So you know what, man? Envoys are like, so back in the day, like, you know, if my kingdom met your kingdom, I would send you an envoy, which is basically like a chariot with, you know, gold, food, you know, women. Kind of my way of being like, hey, what's up? I'm here. We're, you know, let's be friends. So when you're sending an envoy to these city states, you know, you're increasing your relationship with them, right? So I have 2 envoys with Cahokia, right? Not much different than having one envoy. You're looking at these three tiers. These are like tiers of relationship, right? So I have tier 1 with all of these guys, which means that like with Nagazagarmu, I have 1 envoy. I get +1 production in the capital when I'm building units. Similarly, you know, Namidal, +1 culture in the capital, and in every amphitheater, right? Because of that, I don't have amphitheaters, but I do get that +1 culture in the capital, right? So on and so forth, right? I have 2 envoys in Cahokia. I'm still tier 1. Once I get 3 envoys, I'm going to go tier 2 relationship, which means I'm going to get +4 gold in every bank, shipyard, or consulate building, right? Same with Nagazagarmu. I'm going to get +2 production in every city that has an armory. You know what I mean? When building units. Leventa, same thing. +2 faith in every temple, consulate building. So these are envoys. So you want to play the envoy game as you're playing the game, right? So you want to keep in mind of this. This is a really good way to get extra value in a lot of your buildings as well. Like if you pick up a lot of buildings. So like I'm looking at the envoys, right? The first tier says +1 culture in the capital and in every amphitheater building. So if I have like 10 amphitheaters, which is a building in the theater square, that's going to be worth 10 culture. You know what I mean? So this is something that you want to be aware of. This is something that you want to be paying attention to. Another thing is, if you have the most envoys in that city state more than anybody else in the game, you're getting suzerainty, right? So every single city state has a suzerain bonus, which is unique to that suzerain. So Namidal, their unique suzerain bonus, if you come all the way down here, it says your districts on or next to coastal lakes or lakes receive +2 culture, which includes the city center. So if I became suzerain of them right now, I would get 2-4 culture just from having my city centers on the coast or on a lake. And then any other district, including harbors on the coast, would get +2 culture. So it can be really, really powerful, right? We're going to pick up state workforce because we are about to boost this. The boost for this is build any specialty district. We're 6 turns away from picking up a holy site. Ooh, Bologna's in the game. Bologna. Okay, so here's another example. So Bologna, super powerful city state. When you're suzerain of them, you receive +1 great person point of their type. So when you build campuses, you get great scientist points. When you get industrial zone, you get engineer points. So having Bologna basically doubles your great people points from the original district. So that's a massive, massive bonus. Super, super powerful. Yeah, I'm just going to walk back with my warrior because I don't want to walk away too far because there's, you know, potential for barbarians to spawn everywhere. I am going to clear the fog of war down here. I just want to get, you know, I really want to do a good job of scouting. Make sure nobody can creep up on me. We do have quite a lot of gold right now. And we could actually spend a little bit of gold, maybe picking up like a monument. There is value as well in picking up a builder up here. And I could use that builder to put fishing boats. I can do the same thing in here, probably even better in here because then I can improve the diamonds and sell the diamonds. So why don't I go ahead and do that? I'm going to pick up a builder, put 2 fishing boats there. That's the boost for celestial navigation right there. And, you know, when you pick up a boost as well, just in case you don't know, when you pick up a boost, it knocks off 40% of the time it takes to research it. So you want to pick up boost, right? You want to pick up boost as you go. That's how, you know, if you're going to level up your game, if you're going to level up your Civ 6 gameplay, you got to learn what the boosts are, right? Because if you're hard researching everything, it's a huge waste. It's a huge waste, especially on DD. Like, you got to think on DD, you know, where, oh man, I really want to trade with these guys. But it's not going to happen right now. So what I could do, but on DD, you got to think like the AI gets an 80% more production. Like they get buffed. You know what I mean? They get buffed hard. You know what I'm saying? So they get like 80% of any sort of resource more than you. So just something to think about. Okay, so we finished the trader. I did want to trade with a city-state so that I can continue to get envoys. Leventa is pretty cool, but it doesn't really benefit me at the moment. I'm also tempted to actually throw this guy into here and then trade with the capital to get some extra food in here and to get the city to grow much faster. So let's do that. I could just keep picking up settlers. I'm not opposed to it. As long as I'm not going to lose out on a religion, I'm fine. Okay. Here's another thing to know. So I have a couple of galleys here. Of course, I should be shitting my pants, but I'm not. Because barbarian warriors can't destroy your capital. They can knock it down to one population, or not, sorry, not one population, 1 health, but they can't actually raise your capital. The only people that can take your capital are AIs. So I'm not really worried about them. They're not really going to do anything to me. Like, obviously I want to get like an archer in here. I mean, if Christina comes over here with a couple of galleys, decide to attack me, then I'm screwed, right? So probably not a bad idea to, you know, pick up an archer. It would have been nice to switch up my government a little bit. It's not a bad government. If I switch this to Agage, then I can get the 50% towards ancient classical era melee units and ranged units. But I'm in actually no rush. I think I'm just going to leave it. It's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal. I'm going to send him over. I'm going to upgrade him into an archer. Let's pick up a fishing boat. Okay, so there's the archer. Not a bad idea to actually pick up masonry so that I can build walls. Not a bad idea to pick up pottery actually as well. I'm going to go for pottery because I am going to place a coastal city here pretty soon. Okay, so we have a trade route. I'm going to trade with the capital for the extra culture, extra gold, +1 production, +1 food. That's going to allow the city to grow a little bit faster. And we've cleared pretty much the fog of war down here. I'm going to send this scout to head north. I'm going to want to pick up another galley here like fairly soon to defend this city. Man, if there was like another barb camp that I could buy a galley, that would be perfect. So you can see they're already attacking me. It's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal. We are 1 turn away from picking up a holy site. We're 1 turn away from getting a normal age. So another thing to be aware of is when you're entering into the classical era, there's a good chance that a bunch of, you know, DDAIs are going to get a golden age. So I'm always aware that if they grab Exigency Evangelist, which is one of the dedication, they're going to get +4 great profit points per turn. So there's going to be a lot more people going for religion in the classical era. So I'm going to have to kick it up a notch. And you know what? If we don't get a religion, it's not the end of the world, right? It's not the end of the world. We're not going for a religious victory, so it's not the biggest deal. So there's our holy site. Boosted state workforce. We picked up state workforce. I want to pick up early empire. I don't have early empire boosted, unfortunately. We're 2 turns actually away from picking up boosting early empire, so I'm going to focus on mysticism for now. I'm going to settle that city. Archers there, ready to go. So for our dedication, I do want to grab Exodus because I do want to pick up a religion. And probably not a bad idea to try and increase the production in here. And I am going to put a mine here to do that. Looks like Gilgamesh has hit a golden age. There's a really good chance that he's going to be going for religion here pretty soon. And we're going to start working on a shrine. We did get a governor title. Perfect. Wouldn't be a bad idea to have Liang somewhere. Pretty low population. We're having a hard time here. Not a bad idea to have Liang somewhere, though. Or Amani. We could put Amani into Bologna and get suzerain of them, and that will give us some sort of information about what's going on there. So why don't we do that? We'll put Amani into Bologna, and then that'll reveal some of the map. So we're going to settle here. Boom. We're 1 turn away from picking up a population in here. That'll boost early empire. The food situation is really bad in here. There is room for a holy site. I'm not going to do that yet. I want to pick this up. I want to get a mine on that. I want to increase the production in here. Now we're going to have a better idea of who's going for... God damn, nobody's going for religion? That's so weird. All right, well, I guess we don't have to stress about it. That's good news. That is good news. I would rather work a productive tile, even though this is an amazing tile. And sell some horses for 5 gold per turn. I'm going to work the 3 production. I'm going to work on picking up a galley. I want to pick up a couple of galleys to protect our shores. Not a bad idea. I'm not too worried about this. So we boosted early empire. Perfect. Which means now we can plug in the colonization card. And you know what? I want to plug in maritime industries because I want to build that galley 100% faster. We did get a second governor title. Not a bad idea to plug in Liang somewhere so that we can get extra build charges. Also not a bad idea to pick up Pingala somewhere so that we can get extra science, extra culture. Also want to think about maybe picking up Reina eventually. But I want to start thinking about picking up some builders. More builders. So I'm gonna put Liang into Tushpa. Let's put a mine here. Boom. Extra production. Excellent. Found Stockholm. Okay, so we found their capital. And Sumeria's science is blowing up here. So there's pottery. Excellent. We have the opportunity to start working on granary, which we might do that actually probably right after. Maybe we can buy the granary. I could sell some things. Get some open borders with some of these people. Get open borders with Sumeria. Perfect. So that's done. Let's go masonry. Now let's think about what we want to do here. We definitely want to rush that mausoleum because that mausoleum is going to be insane. We definitely want to rush picking up the Petra. So mausoleum's here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up political philosophy. We get an extra trade route with political philosophy because that's one of their abilities. I don't even know where it is. There it is. +1 trade route capacity with political philosophy. And we want to pick up the Petra. But let's pick up masonry first. +1 envoys. I'm going to put that into Namadal immediately, giving me +2 era score. It's going to give me some pretty good information here as well. It's going to give me a ton of culture because of my cities settled. So this galley is making its way down, and he just literally killed himself on my city. So that's funny. So I'm gonna start taking shots on him. Now the thing about barbarian boats not being able to kill your capital, that's only with your capital. Like, you know what I mean? Don't think you're bulletproof when it comes to barbarian galleys, because yeah, you're gonna be in big trouble. So I got this holy site here. It's a nice holy site. We want to think about, okay, so let's do a little bit of planning here. So I definitely want to get a harbor in like all of my cities, right? So this is a harbor. That's a harbor. This will be a commercial hub. I want to have like a commercial hub and a harbor in all my coastal cities for sure. This is going to have maybe a commercial hub in here, hopefully. I could potentially place a holy site in here as well. Now in here, if this is going to be the setup, I'm almost tempted to move. I'm almost tempted to move this Petra now and make it like a government plaza. This loses a little bit of culture, but then it gains a little bit of culture here. And then as well, my two districts gain some adjacency. And then Hagmatana could put a holy site there. And that's a +7 holy site. So instead of having the Pyrodijas, we get the adjacency on all this stuff. We can make Tushpa like our big what do you call that? Like Diplo Quarter Government Plaza City. You know what I mean? I mean, I would need a lot of food to make this all happen. I am going to be picking up a little bit of food here with this lake. All these Petra tiles. So my second district in here is going to have to be a harbor. So let's pick up masonry and then beeline celestial navigation. It's going to have to be. We lost open borders. Get open borders. Yeah, we're definitely going to want some galleys because they have quite the navy. And we're going to want to get walls as well. There's a really good chance these guys are going to want to attack us. They have quite the navy, which is super scary. I think I'm going to call that the end of the episode. I appreciate you guys watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button and leave me a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe.